Rescheduling a flight. A dialogue between passenger and airport employee.
Excuse me, sir.
Good morning. How may I assist you?
I need some assistance with my travel plans.
Of course. What seems to be the problem?
I have a flight scheduled for tomorrow, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I need to postpone it.
I see. Could you please provide me with your booking reference number?
It's TRV 12345.
Thank you for the information. May I have your last name, please?
It's Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. I can see your flight booking details here in our system. You are scheduled to fly to Sydney tomorrow evening.
Yes, that's right, but I need to reschedule it to next week.
Our airline's rescheduling policy allows for changes up to 24 hours prior to the flight. However, please be aware that there may be an extra charge for changing your flight date.
That's fine. How much would the extra charge be?
The change fee for your ticket would be $200, plus any difference in airfare.
Okay, let's move ahead with the change.
Excellent. Could you please confirm the date you'd like to reschedule your flight to?
How about the same time next week?
Let me check availability. Fortunately, we do have available seats on that flight.
Great. I'll take that.
All right. I am rescheduling it for you. You will receive an email with the new itinerary and instructions on how to pay the rescheduling fee.
That sounds perfect. What about my seat assignment? Is it going to be the same?
Let me check. Yes, your seat assignment remains the same.
Fantastic. Also, could you guide me about the check-in process?
Certainly. You can check in online within 24 hours of your departure time, or you can choose to check in at one of our airport counters. Make sure to be at the airport at least 2 hours before your flight departure if you are checking in at the airport.
Great. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Should you have any further queries or need additional support, don't hesitate to ask. Safe travels, Mr. Smith.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a great day.
Journey to New York. A conversation between a taxi driver and passenger.
Hi. Could you take me to the airport, please?
Sure. Sir, are you going on a trip?
Yes, I am. I am heading to New York.
Ah, New York. The city that never sleeps. Have you been there before?
Actually, it's my first time. Do you have any recommendations on what to do or see?
Oh, definitely. There are a lot to see in New York. From Central Park and Times Square to Broadway and the Statue of Liberty.
Yes, I've heard a lot about those places. I'm really looking forward to it.
Believe me, it's a city like no other. Every corner has a story to tell. Also, don't forget to try New York-style pizza.
Definitely. I am a huge fan of pizza. Is there a specific pizzeria you would recommend?
You should try Grimaldi's under the Brooklyn Bridge. Excellent pizza at that place.
Sure. I will add that on my must-visit list. By the way, have you ever visited other countries?
Yes, I have been quite a few places. I originally came from Egypt, you know.
Oh, that's interesting. Egypt is also one of the places I really want to go. Can you tell me what it is like?
Absolutely. Egypt is a blend of cultures and ancient history. And it is not just the pyramids of Giza. There is a lot more to explore.
Sounds fascinating. I'd love to visit Egypt one day. What other countries have you visited?
I've also been to Italy and Spain. I would really recommend Italy, especially for a food lover like you.
What did you like most about Italy?
The food was absolutely amazing. The historical sites were breathtaking. But what really made the experience was the people. They are some of the warmest and most welcoming people.
That sounds lovely. I'll add Italy to my list, too. I hope to travel to many different countries in the future.
Traveling opens up your mind, sir. It's something no one can take away from you. It leaves you with experiences, memories, and a new appreciation for other cultures.
Indeed. Travel is the only thing that makes you richer. I can't wait to explore the world.
New York is a great start, sir. I'm sure you will have an amazing trip. We are almost at the airport now.
Thank you for the pleasant conversation and your recommendations. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, sir. Have a safe and enjoyable journey. I'll be here for your other adventures when you return.
Thank you. I sure will. Take care.
You too, sir. Enjoy your trip.
Guidance for a first-time train traveler.
Excuse me, sir, could you help me, please? Of course, sir. How can I assist you?
I'm having some difficulty finding my seat. My ticket reads, Carriage H, Seat 35. Could you guide me, please?
Absolutely. You're currently in Carriage A. The carriages run from A to I, front to back with the locomotive at this end. You'll need to head down towards the back of the train for Carriage H.
I see. I apologize for troubling you. This is my first time on a long-distance train.
No trouble at all, sir. That's what I'm here for. Do you need assistance with your luggage?
No, thank you. I can manage. I have another inquiry, though. Do the meals come with the ticket purchase or do they have to be bought separately?
It depends on the type of ticket you purchased, sir. Your ticket appears to be a first-class ticket, which includes complimentary meals and drinks.
Oh, that sounds great. What kind of meals are provided?
We have a range of menus that change regularly. Generally, there are hot and cold beverages, a selection of breakfast items in the morning, and lunch and dinner meals. We also cater to various dietary requirements.
Fantastic. I am a vegetarian. I hope there's something for me.
Absolutely, sir. We certainly cater to vegetarian diets. Our meals usually include a vegetarian option, and we also have vegan and gluten-free options.
Good to hear. Now, is Wi-Fi available on the train? And if so, is it free?
Yes, complimentary Wi-Fi is available in all carriages. You can get the access code from your booking confirmation or it's displayed on most of the coach tables.
Okay. Also, could you please tell me when would we be reaching our destination?
Of course, sir. We're due to arrive at 10 p.m. But depending on track conditions and other factors, there might be slight delays.
I see. Is there anything else I should know about as a first-time traveler?
Just relax and enjoy your journey, sir. The toilets are located at the end of every carriage, and there's a call button above your seat in case you need assistance. We also have a travel guide channel on the onboard screens where you can explore information about the different stations we're passing through.
Excellent. Thank you so much for taking your time to guide me. You've been very helpful.
Serendipitous encounters. A bond over travel and cuisine.
Hello, isn't it a lovely day today?
Indeed it is. Gives one the perfect opportunity to explore and enjoy the new place.
Absolutely. Speaking of, where are you from?
I'm from Canada. How about you?
Oh, I'm from Australia.
That's exciting. It's always been a dream of mine to visit Australia, especially for the diverse wildlife and scenic beaches.
Well, you should definitely visit then. And Canada. I've always wanted to experience the charm of your country, especially during winter.
Yeah, the winter season is really beautiful. So what brings you here?
Bit of a long story. I've been wanting to come travel here for a long time. I've always been fascinated by the culture and history of this place.
That's really intriguing. I have a similar reason too. Plus, I wanted to try out the local cuisine. I heard it's really amazing.
Indeed. Actually, I was on my way to this little restaurant that I found online. It's said to serve authentic local dishes.
Oh, do you mind if I join you? I would really love that.
Of course, I don't mind at all. The more, the merrier.
Great. And perhaps we could share some interesting travel stories on the way?
Absolutely. I think that would make the journey even more delightful.
Awesome. Shall we then?
Yes, let us. By the way, do you have any specific dish in mind that you want to try?
Not really. I like to keep my options open and try as many new dishes as I can.
That sounds like a good plan. Let's get going then.
Yes, let's. Excited to see what this new journey will bring.
I couldn't agree more.
Exploring London. A tourist's guide to historic and theatrical attractions.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How can I assist you today?
Well, I've just arrived in London and I'm looking for some suggestions on what to do.
Of course, I'd be more than happy to help. Do you have any particular interests? Perhaps history, art, theater, or outdoor activities?
Well, I'm quite interested in history and theater, actually.
Great. London has plenty to offer in both of those areas. For history, I'd recommend the British Museum, the Churchill War Rooms, and the Tower of London. And as for theatre, you simply can't miss a visit to Shakespeare's Globe and, of course, a show in the West End.
Those all sound great. Could you tell me a bit more about each of them?
Sure. The British Museum is one of the world's largest and most comprehensive museums. It's dedicated to human history, art, and culture. The Churchill War Rooms is a museum in London and one of the 5 branches of the Imperial War Museum. It's the actual bunker that Winston Churchill used during World War II. The Tower of London is a historic castle on the north bank of the River Thames in central London. It was actually used as a prison for a time. Shakespeare's Globe is a modern reconstruction of the original Globe Theatre. It's a fantastic experience. And the West End is akin to Broadway. There are multiple fabulous shows to choose from.
They all sound very interesting. I'll definitely visit them. Also, I've heard about the London Eye. Is it worth the visit?
Yes, the London Eye is a wonderful way to get a different perspective on the city. You can see up to 40 kilometers in all directions on a clear day from the top of the eye. It's especially spectacular at sunset and in the evening when the city's lit up.
Wow, that sounds lovely. Can I get there by tube?
Absolutely. The nearest station to the London Eye is Waterloo, but you can also walk from Westminster Station. It's just across the River Thames from the Houses of Parliament.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. One more thing, I wouldn't mind trying some traditional British food. Could you recommend anywhere?
Certainly. Rules in Covent Garden is London's oldest restaurant and serves classic British dishes. Otherwise, for a more traditional pub experience, head to the Golden Hind in Marylebone for the best fish and chips.
That sounds brilliant. Thanks for all your help.
You're welcome, sir. Enjoy your stay in London.
I'm sure I will. Bye.
Goodbye, sir. Have a great day.
Discovering the Amazon. A tourist's first encounter with a land of unique beauty and culture.
Hello. It's such a beautiful place.
Yes, it's really paradise on earth. How do you find this place?
It's amazing. I love how serene it is. This is my first time visiting.
That's great. And how long will you be around?
I plan on staying for about 2 weeks. I want to explore as much as I can.
2 weeks. That's cool. You will have enough time to visit many interesting places.
That's what I'm hoping for. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, there are a lot of places in the Amazon that you must visit. The indigenous communities, the rainforest, the rivers. Each place here has a unique, breathtaking beauty. It depends on what you like.
I'm really fascinated by the indigenous cultures. Could you recommend any specific communities to visit?
Indeed. Visiting the tribes like the Yanomami or the Waorani can be a life-changing experience. You can learn about their way of life, traditions, and respect for nature.
That sounds wonderful, and exactly what I am looking for.
Just remember to be aware and respectful of their cultural practices. They are unique and ancient cultures.
Absolutely. Respect for their traditions and way of life is of utmost importance.
That's the spirit. And you should also delve into the local flora and fauna. It's unlike anything in the world.
Yes, I am interested in bird watching and spotting exotic animals.
Then, you must visit Yasuni National Park. It's a birdwatcher's paradise. You can spot hundreds of unique species. River tours are also organized for spotting pink dolphins, caimans, and piranhas.
I've heard about the pink dolphins. That would be extraordinary to see. What about the food? What is something that I should definitely try?
Our cuisine is really diverse. I'd recommend you to try the won. It's a traditional Amazonian dish made from rice, meat, olives, hard-boiled eggs, and spices all wrapped in a bijou leaf. And also, don't miss out on our exotic fruits.
I can't wait to try it all. Thank you for being so helpful.
It's my pleasure. We are always happy to share the wonders of our home with conscientious visitors like you. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you. I am looking forward to this wonderful adventure.
West Coast Explorers discovering New York.
Hello, my name is George Smith. I'm visiting New York for the first time. May I ask your name?
Nice to meet you, Mr. Smith. I'm Larry Brown. I'm also visiting the city. Where are you from?
I'm from San Francisco. It's a long way from here. How about you?
I'm from Seattle. So, we are both from the West Coast. That's interesting. What brings you to New York?
I've always wanted to visit this city. I'm here to see its iconic landmarks like the Statue of Liberty, Times Square, Central Park, and of course, the Empire State Building. And you?
I'm here for pretty much the same reasons. I have always been fascinated with the vibrancy and diversity of cultures in this city. Plus, I must admit, I'm a huge fan of Broadway shows.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Speaking of shows, I've booked tickets for a Broadway show myself. Have you been to one yet?
Yes, I have. I watched Phantom of the Opera yesterday. It was breathtaking. If you have time, I highly recommend seeing it.
I'll definitely consider that. I've heard the food in New York is fantastic too. Do you have any recommendations?
Certainly. If you want thin crust pizza, Lombardi's is the best. For bagels, you should try S.A. Bagel. And if you want a taste of the famous New York cheesecake, then Junior's is the place to go.
Those all sound absolutely delicious. I'll try to check them out. How about shopping? Any good places you can recommend?
Definitely. Fifth Avenue is famous for its luxury boutiques. For more affordable options, you can visit Century 21 near the World Trade Center. And if you like books, the Strand Bookstore has a huge collection.
That's some great advice. I'll be sure to remember that. Now, how about museums? Any must-visits?
There are so many amazing museums in this city. The Metropolitan Museum of Art and the American Museum of Natural History are must-visits. If you're interested in modern art, don't miss the Museum of Modern Art and the Guggenheim.
Thanks so much for all the tips. One last thing, how do you usually get around the city?
I usually use the subway. It's the fastest and most affordable method of transportation here. But if that seems a bit overwhelming, Uber or walking can be good options too.
Thanks, Larry. Your advice will come in handy during my visit.
You're welcome, George. I wish you a wonderful time in this amazing city.
Thanks again and hope you enjoy your visit too, Larry. Take care.
You too, George. Happy sightseeing.